I hate laugh tracks. I think they're distracting, unnecessary, annoying, and kind of insulting. Laugh tracks are dumb because they tell you when to laugh instead of trusting you to actually find something funny. A laugh track assumes that if it doesn't tell you something is funny, you'll just sit there in silence like a confused raccoon. Yet why is it so common for sitcoms to have them?
Flinging right I am.
When I watch a show, I want to feel immersed. I want to feel like I am really there seeing these interactions between people. But a laugh track is just a constant reminder that this is not in fact real. If you compare shows with a laugh track like The Big Bang Theory to
Oh no, you didn't trade the food for magic beans, did you?
shows without a laugh track like Parks and Recreation,
American children are fattened more efficiently than any other children in the world. I mean, they're like little basketballs. I mean, they're huge, little porkers.
Okay.
I feel like it is clear to see which one is more immersive. First of all, the setting between these shows couldn't be more different. The Big Bang Theory is clearly shot on a set with a live studio audience, but the set used for Parks and Rec actually feels like they filmed on location to make this show, which they did. Most of my favorite shows from the 21st century, like The Office, Parks and Rec,
Stop pooping.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine,
Problem.
all stopped using the laugh tracks that are present in most mainstream TV. I feel like when you start watching a new show and there are constant laugh tracks, it can become harder to immerse yourself into the characters' lives in the show. Instead, laugh tracks are a constant reminder that these characters are not real and are actually just actors pretending. And nowhere is that more aggressively true than The Big Bang Theory, a show that doesn't just use a laugh track, but relies on it like a life support machine.
Where's my daddy puppet?
Because if you remove the laugh track from The Big Bang Theory, you start to realize just how mean these characters are to one another. But more about that later in the video.
So go to the bathroom.
I can't.
Why not?
I'm trying to decide between getting an Xbox One or a PS4.
There's nothing inherently wrong with laugh tracks. It's just that the overuse of them in the context of some shows can leave a really bad taste in your mouth. And once you realize just how much of the episode is purely laughter, it may change the way you view some of your favorite shows. But above all, laugh tracks are proof that the writers don't have faith in their audiences to understand which lines were jokes or not. And that's way more insulting. The Big Bang Theory's entire premise is basically, what if smart people were weird? That's it. That's the joke. Sheldon doesn't understand sarcasm?
Sheldon, congratulations! Brought you cheesecake from work. You know, because of your award, not because a busboy sneezed on it.
Leonard is insecure?
What's the matter?
I'm fine. Penny's fine. The guy she's kissing is really fine.
Raj can't talk to women?
What's the matter?
She didn't take my order.
How can she take your order when you're too neurotic to talk to her?
These aren't jokes, they're character traits, and the show treats them like punchlines. It's as if the writers sat down and said, okay, but what if instead of writing jokes, we just describe the character again, but louder? So I decided to do what any mentally healthy person would do. I watched multiple episodes of The Big Bang Theory on purpose. For science. The questions that I was wondering to myself were, how many times does the laugh track occur in any given episode? How much of the episode does the laugh track take up? And did the joke warrant a laugh track? In other words, was the joke even funny? In my opinion, of course. I chose Season 3, Episode 14, The Einstein Approximation. Why? Because it's highly rated, and I like the name. And of course, no experiment would be complete without my hypothesis. So without any prior knowledge, my prediction is there will be 50 laugh tracks in this episode. The laugh tracks will take up about 2 minutes of the episode, and that only 5 jokes in this episode are actually gonna be funny and warrant a laugh track. So I knew exactly what to do, but in a much more real sense, I had no idea what to do. So I counted every laugh track, every joke the show clearly intended to be a joke, and every time a character simply stated a fact and the audience lost their gosh darn minds. The Einstein Approximation is the episode where Sheldon realizes he's stuck intellectually. He worries he's hit his scientific peak and will never make another groundbreaking discovery. So he's basically having an existential crisis this whole episode. To fix this, he tries to think like Albert Einstein, taking up habits he thinks will spark genius, like learning the violin and changing his routine. When that doesn't work, he goes full opposite mode, quitting physics, working a random job, and trying to live a simpler life, which of course doesn't
What
last.
is the most mind-numbing pedestrian job conceivable? And 3 answers came to mind. A toll booth attendant, an Apple Store genius, and what Penny does. Now,
Meanwhile, the rest of the group mostly reacts to Sheldon spiraling in very Sheldon appropriate ways. At the end of the episode, Sheldon's crisis fizzles out rather than getting a big breakthrough moment. After quitting physics and briefly working a random low intellect job, he realizes that pretending not to be himself is just as miserable as fearing he's peaked. He returns to the university and to physics, not because he's suddenly inspired like Einstein, but because he accepts that being a physicist is who he is, even if he never makes a revolutionary discovery. There's no grand solution to his fear, it's more of a quiet reset. Oh, also, a quick fact about why this episode is called the Einstein approximation. In math and physics, an approximation is a simplified model, something that's close enough to be useful but not exact. Now, in this episode, Sheldon is literally trying to approximate Einstein, copy his habits, routine, and even his vibe, hoping that he will have a breakthrough if he tries to be more like Einstein.
bazinga. Bazinga!
So in a 21-minute episode, I counted 152 laugh track instances and over 8 full minutes of audience reaction. I also only found 3 jokes that I thought were funny. That means nearly 40% of the episode is just people laughing. I also only counted 3 jokes from the episode that I genuinely found funny. The first joke that I thought was super funny was when Raj asked the guys if they wanted to go roller skating that night. Howard and Leonard took it as an opportunity to invite their girlfriends out for a date night without Raj. During the scene, Sheldon took his lima beans in order to better visualize the physics problem he had been stuck on, and in a moment of frustration, Raj does this.
Screw you, give me back my lima beans.
The next moment I found funny was when Sheldon was looking for a new job, and the person helping him thinks he's insane and doesn't take him seriously.
Do you have anything like that?
No.
Shouldn't you check your database?
No.
You didn't really type.
I didn't really have to.
The last moment I found funny was at the end of the episode when it cuts to Raj and Howard doing couples dances at a roller rink.
Happy now? I'm on a cloud. Swing me!
Despite these funny moments, most of the episode is still taken up by laugh tracks. I was surprised by this because 8 minutes, that means nearly 40% of the episode is just people laughing. Not plot, not character development, just a room full of strangers assuring you that something humorous allegedly occurred. Here's the thing that drives me insane. The laugh track in The Big Bang Theory doesn't react to jokes. It creates them. The rhythm of every scene goes like this. Line, pause, laughter. Line, pause, more laughter.
Where are the Rocky Mountains anyway?
Philadelphia.
Really, I thought they were out west someplace.
Think about it, Raj. Where did the movie Rocky take place?
Philadelphia. Okay, now I get it.
And this is the scene with no laugh track.
Where are the Rocky Mountains anyway?
Philadelphia.
Really, I thought they were out west someplace.
Think about it, Raj. Where did the movie Rocky take place?
Philadelphia. Okay, now I get it.
Nobody talks like that. Huge pauses and almost no reaction to what anyone says, other than annoyed looks. One of the ways that I've seen the show criticized is if you take the laugh track out, you start to notice everyone is just being really mean to one another. Because this show leans heavily on sarcasm, teasing, and insults as humor, without a laugh track, you'd begin to wonder if these people are even friends. No human on Earth talks like this. Imagine ordering coffee like, I'll have a latte with almond milk. Thank you. And I know what you might be thinking. Mason, it's a live audience. Okay, then why did they laugh every single time Sheldon knocks 3 times like it's the first time humanity has discovered doors? At a certain point, that's not an audience, that's conditioning. You could flash a light and play the laugh track and the crowd would just start clapping like trained seals with PhDs. What makes this especially wild is that the show constantly tells you how smart the characters are. Physics, quantum mechanics, string theory, but the humor never comes from that intelligence. The joke is always, wow, look how socially bad this genius is, which is ironic because the show then assumes you need a laugh track to understand basic sarcasm. So who exactly is this show for? Well, apparently it's for me because I have seen the entire show multiple times. And I don't even hate it. I actually kind of like it. I've watched every episode. I know the characters. I know the rhythms. I know when a joke is coming before the audience does. And maybe that's why the laugh track bothers me so much, because I don't need it. So, does any of this matter? Honestly, not really. If you like The Big Bang Theory, watch it. If it makes you happy, that's valid. Comedy is subjective, but I do think it's fair to say that this show is less interested in being funny and more interested in being recognized as funny. So, yeah, the laugh track. I hope that you learned something about the number of laugh tracks in a random episode of a TV show that ended in 2019. If you like The Big Bang Theory, well, great. I do too, even though I've been criticizing it for the past 10 minutes. And maybe the laugh track is the secret genius of the show. It can take a show that would be bad without it and it makes it into something watchable. Or maybe it's just sad, and we've been tricked into laughing at a sitcom about four guys being mean to each other for 12 years. Either way, I'm still watching and I probably always will.